Yo viewers, George here, new first impressional talking bit on this game, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. This is a game that everyone has been waiting for when they released Ocarina of Time 3D for the 3DS, you know, how long ago was that now? And of course everyone was immediately going, oh man, I can't wait for them to do Majora's Mask 3D. It's going to be such a fantastic game. It's going to be great. So, and I was one of those people. I love Majora's Mask. It's like one of my favorite Zelda games next to Wind Waker. So when they announced it was coming out, I was definitely excited, hugely intrigued. I really wish I knew there was that pre-order special limited edition bundle, because I would have fucking grabbed that in a heartbeat to get like the Skull Kid statue and all that stuff, but things like that sell out really quickly. God damn you people. Let me have my fun. But regardless, I still got the game. I pre-ordered the game because I wanted to make sure I got a copy of this, because I knew this game was going to be huge. Huge thing to buy. When I went to pick it up, there was like, I think, one copy left of the game that they had like for the shelves. So that's how popular it was. So I'm really glad I did pre-order it, at least at the EB Games I go to. That was the case, and I'm pretty sure other places had similar, you know, happenings. So, what is new about this 3D remake report stuff? Other than graphically it looks nicer, which is obvious, because I mean, like, this game was last out, you know, since it was out on the N64. They haven't changed it at all. It's always been like they reported onto the GameCube and then onto the Wii Virtual Console. So it hasn't really had much of a huge update beyond control-wise. So yeah, it looks nicer. 3D, it looks great. Much like it did with the Ocarina of Time 3D, it looks really nice. Beyond that, there's a couple small changes here and there that they made. That unless you played Majora's Mask a lot like I have, and many other people, you probably wouldn't notice them. But like, small things like, in the center of Clock Tower, the way they've arranged the stairs to around the place, and there's like this little pool area that was off the side that they've moved over a bit. The bank that's in Clock Town is now behind the Clock Tower instead of in the marketplace alleyway that they had there. I don't remember the lottery game being there either, which is another thing. So there's like a lot of small changes that don't really amount to ruining the experience at all, but it's just like, oh wow, that's different. Another thing is the old lady who reads you the those lengthy stories, was she always in the hotel? Because I don't remember her being in the hotel the entire time. I thought she was in like that other place that's on trying to remember my directional here. I think it's like in the east area where the bomb kids have their little alleyway to their secret hideout. Well, I thought she was always in that house that was always by that place, but I get maybe not. But anyway, she's in the inn, which I never thought she was. So, like, small things like that. Another really good thing one of the positive things I really like is, well, I've said nothing but positive things now that I think about it, but point being is, at the bottom of the screen where they would have, like, you know, tell you what time of day it is and what day of the time it is. So if it's like day 1, 2, or 3, and what time of that day is. They've changed it to just one large bar where it's split into 6 sections. The first 2 sections are for day 1, and it's for like the morning and afternoon, and then the middle one's for day 2 with the same thing, and then day 3. So I really like that because it looks a little nicer when you look at it, and it's easier to tell, oh, day 1, it's in the morning, opposed to being in the afternoon. So small little changes like that are really nice. I really like that. So beyond those minor changes, which you'll definitely see a few of here and there, another neat thing that someone, when I went to EV Games, the guy mentioned it to me, and I was kind of trying to ponder if that was the case in the original, is with Deku Link, when you spin around, the edge of his, like the end of his hat gets a little spiky. I guess to emphasize there's more of a damaging attack than just him whipping his hat around. But I can't remember that being in the N64 version, so I don't know, because like those as like really small details are everywhere in this game, and it's just crazy as all hell. But it's so nice. I think also the bomb kids are in like a couple different places, especially when you're trying to find them. They're in slightly different places, like things that don't amount to anything, but just, you know, they're nice changes. It makes the game feel slightly more new for those of us who've played this game before. So that's always nice. I like that. Getting beyond that, if you've never played Majora's Mask before, like, what the hell? You have multiple opportunities to play this game, guys. Come on. But if you haven't played it before, the story to the game, it takes place after Ocarina of Time, more or less. You know, the fucking timeline's mixed up with all hell. But technically it takes place after the game. You're playing as Child Link, and you come to this place called Clock Town. Okay, proceeding the events. A Skull Kid, wearing this thing called Majora's Mask, takes Epona and turns you into a Deku. And once you follow him, you come up to Clock Town, which is this, you know, little town, and it's surrounded by a couple of areas, you know, swamp area, forest area, lake, and snowy mountain peaks. And you find out that in 3 days, this town's going to get destroyed by a giant moon approaching it. Because of Skull Kid, because he's wearing the Majora's Mask and he can do that kind of shit. And Epona's actually disappeared, I think. No, you find Epona, never mind. You find her eventually. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, you eventually get your ocarina, which Skull Kid stole off of you. And you play this tune that allows you to reset time, so it takes you back to the beginning of the first day, where, before the moon crashes. And the whole concept of this game is to go to each of the areas where they have their dungeons, get these 4 giants to try and hold the moon back and push it back, and, you know, destroy Skull Kid within those 3 days. And of course you keep resetting time, and there's a whole bunch of events where you have to, like, be at a certain place or do a certain thing at a certain time of the day, things like that. A nice, actually, thing is, like, the lottery game, for instance. There are 3, each day you can do a lottery, and the numbers don't change. So, like, on the last, if you were to enter the lottery on the last day and you don't win, they tell you what the numbers are. So when you rewind time and you go back to it to do that, the lottery on that last day, you know what the numbers are. So that, I really, like, small things like that are really cool. And, that's the whole game, is, like, it's a concept of how, you know, time works and how messed up it kind of is in some respects. But, it's a really fun game. It's really enjoyable. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend playing it. It's one of the, it's one of the best, Zelda games out there, next to, you know, Ocarina of Time, Link's, A Link to the Past. I was gonna say Link's Awakening, but that's, Link's Awakening is not too bad, but I wouldn't say it's the best. Wind Waker's a really good one, but, definitely Majora's Mask is, like, one of the best ones. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything I've regretted to talk about. Oh yeah, if you're playing this on the new 3DS, you got the C-Stick to control the camera. It doesn't really amount to a whole lot, but it definitely is just a small little detail. If you're playing on the newer system, it's nice. Though you don't have to play it on the new system. It's not like with Monster Hunter 4, where if you're going to play that game, you have to play it on the new 3DS because of the camera controls. The camera controls in this are fine if you don't have the C-Stick. I haven't heard anyone complain about it, so there's that. Oh, it's also compatible with the Circle Pad Pro, so if you have that thing, there you go. You can experience the C-Stick all for yourself. Just seeing that on the back here. 3D, did I say anything about the 3D? I don't think you could mention how the 3D looks good. No, I did mention about the 3D now that I'm saying that out loud. But it does look good. It looks fine. I wouldn't say this is a game where you have to play it in 3D, but it's kind of the same thing with Ocarina of Time 3D, where it kind of helps. You can definitely see like the distance between gaps a hell of a lot better. So it's small things, but it's not necessary to play it in 3D. Beyond that, really fun game, really great. If you haven't played it, you have to play. You really have no excuse at this point now. I mean, you can play it on the original system of the N64. You can play it on the GameCube if you can find yourself, the Zelda collection disc. You can play it on the Wii because it's on the Virtual Console, and now you can play it on the 3DS. So you have no excuse not to play this game. And if you've already played this game and you immensely enjoy it, you probably already grabbed it because of how fun it was. I don't know. So yeah. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Of course I liked it. You should have known that coming into this video that I was gonna like it. It's definitely gonna be a beloved game of the year for sure. And with that all said and done, until next time, keep on gaming.